Hello everyone, or just Mr. Crespo watching. Today I will be discussing Peter Canisius, which was my assigned doctor of the church. In the top right corner, we have a few key teachings that Peter Canisius taught. In the top left corner, we have a collage of images. At the bottom, we have a few quotes that Peter Canisius said, some of his most famous quotes. And in the bottom two corners, we have some interesting information and basic information about Peter Canisius and his life. Let's begin with some of his key teachings. Peter Canisius taught that, number one, while there are many roads leading to Jesus Christ, for him, the veneration of the Blessed Virgin Mary is the best. Number two, he taught catechism. So, for those that don't know, catechism is a summary of the principles of Christian religion in the form of questions and answers used for the instruction of Christians. Number three, he became known for his strong support for the Catholic faith during the Protestant Reformation in Germany, Austria, Bohemia, Moravia, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. He had a significant contribution to theology, or doctrine, through his research, study, or writing as a doctor of the church, which was definitely one of the main factors in him becoming a doctor of the church. Now moving on to the bottom, we have a few of his most famous quotes. The first one, better that only a few Catholics should be left staunch and sincere in their religion than that they should, remaining many, desire as it were to be in collusion with the church's enemies and in conformity with the open foes of our faith. These ceremonies, which are used in the administration of the sacraments, each of which we receive as delivered and entrusted to us through the hands of the fathers, must especially be retained and observed with great devotion. And the last quote, it behooves us unanimously and inviolably to observe the ecclesiastical traditions, whether codified or simply retained by the customary practice of the church. Now, a summary of these quotes. It seems that Peter Canisius definitely was not trying to spread hate, trying to spread love, acceptance of everybody, and definitely trying to spread Christianity or Catholicism to those that he met with these very well-worded quotes. And let's move on to the top left with the collage of images. We have the top three, well, the first, which is a stained glass image of Peter Canisius. He seems to be teaching some children, has a book in his hand. Then we have another image of Peter Canisius, which seems to be a portrait painting that was done by somebody during his time. And we also have another image of Peter Canisius here. It is covered by the map, but he is writing in a book, seems to be writing some kind of scroll, something similar to that. And then we have two maps. This map here is a map of where he was born in the Netherlands. And then in this map here, we have a map of where he died in Switzerland. Now, moving on to the bottom two corners, let's start with the left info on Peter Canisius. So he was born on May 8th, 1521 in Nijmegen, Netherlands. And he died on December 21st, 1597 in Fribourg, Switzerland. Moving on to the right corner, more info on Peter Canisius. He is the patron saint of the Catholic press and Germany, and his feast day is on December 21st, which was the day that he died. So with this information, we know a little bit more about Peter Canisius, and I really hope that you guys or Mr. Crespo learned a lot. Thank you very much for watching and listening.